Our next guest is the pride of Brentwood. He's the current head coach of Islip. He's also the pride of Ithaca. He's an Ithaca Mama. That's the one and only Casey Beach. How are you?
Hey, what's up, guys? How we doing today?
Casey, one of the things again, the same. We had Long Beach on, we had MacArthur on. I think of consistency, year in and year out. Obviously you took over for a storied program from Patridge and Cuffey, but really the beat goes on, right? Every year, people think Islip's down, or it's a reloading year, it's a rebuilding year. You're not down. You provide a solid product year in and year out. There's no secret to it, but tell me the secret sauce. What's the secret sauce that you're able to do that?
I think it's a big part on the things that were instilled in me with my coaches, with Coach Panarello and Coach Newell and Coach Barton and Coach Knapp. And they, we talked a lot about core values and having solid core values, like hard work, consistency, dedication, being a good teammate. All those things, I think are the fuel to keeping the legacy of a great program like Islip.
Go
ahead.
You talk about a great program. Look, you guys at Islip, even before your tenure, nationally ranked. You redual the old state championship team title. You've won the Eastern States. You've won the counties. You've won personally multiple league titles. What's the next plateau? What are you looking to do for Islip? What if you said I want to go from A to B? How do you want to make that leap forward, and what is it?
I think the goal is to see how many wrestlers you can move on to the next level. Seeing wrestlers become, obviously great wrestlers, but also we look at a big part in developing these young men into great fathers and great friends and possibly one day, great coaches. I know Coach Patridge had a great legacy, and he instilled many of his wrestlers to be great coaches. You had the Mike Longobardi on the other day, and he's a product of Coach Patch, and it was awesome to see these trees that some of these great coaches like Mahoney, Patchovich, Gianni, these guys have all created. And I would say I'm a disciple of Coach Panarello. I think he has a pretty good tree going too.
I would say so. Yeah. Yep.
So our goal is to get these guys to the next level, to college. And to be, to hopefully go on and be coaches one day and share some of the stories that they've came across and they've experienced throughout their longevity of this great sport.
So Casey, we've known each other, like we're saying, for since we were kids.
Yeah.
I think that you were a good kid when we were kids, and you're a great man now, and I mean that from the holistic approach of looking at your life. You've been married to the same girl. You've been dating the same girl for a long time. You have a beautiful son. I don't know how many more kids you have, but
William Braden, 6 and 8.
Yeah.
You were a minority as a white kid in Brentwood. Talk a little bit about what your approach is with Islip right now, and you have a shoe in. Brentwood's always had a line right into Ithaca College, which is just one of the most prestigious, best, private universities that you can go to. Plus, you were an All-American there. What are you telling your kids the landscape is from Islip to Ithaca, from Islip to Ohio State, if there's ties to Tom Ryan? Kind of what is the motto that you're leading your team with right now for the long view approach? Because I know that you have one, because you've accomplished it. It's unbelievable, brother.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Mike. I'm a big believer in sending our guys onto the next level where they're going to great coaching staffs and coaches that really care about their kids. I was very fortunate to have Coach Nichols up at Ithaca, and I've got along the way I've met great coaches that you'd want your son to wrestle for. That's probably the way I would lead it. Like if I would want to send my son to some of these colleges and some of these coaches that are truly passionate about the sport, and that they're not going to they're going to do right by your wrestler. And I got an opportunity to meet Coach Ryan a couple of years ago on a more intimate basis. And we got to talk, about a lot of great things. And, he's a great man that instills a lot in his wrestlers and with faith and hard work and belief. And, that's something that, I would emulate to try to take from them is to, you know, try to get them into great programs and great situations that I know that the coach is going to do right by them.
So, you know, again, I really can't speak, you know, to the home audience that don't know Casey Beach. I can't speak higher of the man's integrity and how he leads. Talk to me a little bit about, you know, when we were kids, we did a lot of freestyle, a lot of Greco-Roman wrestling. We did a lot of traveling. What is the scene right now on Long Island? What's it like on New York? Is freestyle and Greco coming back? Are you leading the way along with some other people? Where are we with the Olympic style wrestling on the island and New York State?
So I think that it's definitely taken a step back across the board. Mike, me and you growing up, we'd wrestle every Saturday, every Sunday. We'd wrestle cadet on Saturday, then we'd wrestle junior on Sunday, and we, you know,
Yep.
we were all over the place. I think, you know, and I see it with the Huntington style and the Longwood style. I think that kind of changed a lot. You know, they did a lot of the Mawa circuit that took a lot away from freestyle, and I think it changed some of the mindset of the coaches on Long Island. Is, hey, look, you know, these are the prestigious programs, and they're producing. They're not wrestling much freestyle. They're doing a lot more of the folk style all year round. I think that started the trend of it, and then it's few and far between. The rules. I know high school coaches, they always complain about the rules in freestyle always changing. That it's hard to keep up with. At Islip a couple of years ago, we did you know, my guys that go to freestyle or Fargo, they know this. It's called tuna barbecue. You go out all the way out there.
Yep.
Two matches,
I've been there many
you know,
times. Yep.
the barbecue. So we tried to for 2 years at Islip, when we first got there, we got the ball rolling with, you know, hey, get 2 freestyle matches, grab a burger, grab a hot dog, you know, get to know the sport, try to get the kids immersed in getting back into freestyle. It's a tough sell right now because there's not many freestyle tournaments on Long Island. And then some of the big freestyle tournaments coincide with some of the big folk style tournaments now. It's like they're almost competing against each other to get these wrestlers to get to their events, which is
Coach, we spent a lot of time on the circuit, you know, before you had Islip and Brentwood, right? I can think of how many years were we at the New York State Freestyle Championships. I felt like it was, you know, it's 6 o'clock and it was just our athletes and your athletes and no one else was there, right? So obviously, you know, we traveled together, we went all over the place together. You know, then obviously you migrated, you know, you went to Islip. You know, it's a little bit of obviously a different demographic, but you've continued the success. So what did you glean from Brentwood, now going over to Islip, a little bit different animal, right?
Yeah.
How have you made that success transfer onto Islip?
So like you said, growing up in Brentwood, I had great men to lead me. And then when I came back from college, I had Coach Knapp there, and you know, he put his arm around me. He helped me out. He taught me a lot of the ins and outs that, you know, you could teach wrestling to anybody, but it's about putting your arm around somebody and getting the kids to really buy into what you believe in and your passion that gets those kids to go the extra step. So he was definitely instrumental in my development with the psychological approach with a lot of these wrestlers. And with Islip, it was a different beast because, you know, when me and Mike were growing up, we saw the Wades come through, we saw the Patchfishes come through, the Longobardis come through. You know, that's been a great tradition over at Islip. And, you know, now we're trying to make the transition into now the White Houses, the Spahns, the Petersons, the Holes, the Andrews, like these guys coming up through the program, trying to transition the names of the legacies that.
Where will your boys go to school?
Right now they would go to Patchogue.
Okay.
I thought we had a chance. I thought Sable was in the mix. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought Sable was in the mix.
You know what?
I'm serious. I thought you told me once we were in the mix.
Yeah, we have my wife Amanda. Her mom still lives in Brentwood, so we want to stay close to her. And obviously, we both work in Brentwood. And the closer we are to Brentwood, it's always a lot easier for work and stuff like that. So the aspiration was always to move closer to Brentwood, but you know, we're happy in
Patchogue's a great place, great program, great place.
Yeah, and it's
you know why it's such a great place, Mike? Because it's just right down the road on the other side of the island from Rocky Point, which is the nicest hamlet on the north
I may
shore.
have to give you a little geography lesson. I mean, you're only 2 towns away.
It's 83.
Yeah, geography,
if you go south. If you go
geography
south,
and math, we'll focus on that. But Mike, I know you had another question. I want to ask Casey one more question. I want to bring his athlete on. Yep.
Okay, yeah. So, I mean, Casey, I just want to, I keep bringing it up tonight, but, I want you to know that Mike is going hunting later on. He's going to try to head somewhere. I know it's snowing out maybe, but he's got this camo shirt on. I just wanted you
I'm
to.
trying to hide. I'm trying to hide. Well, after the, I wasn't there, but after the shellacking you guys put on Sable, I was going to wear a mask. You know what I mean?
He's fashion forward. Casey,
Yeah.
what's the and I think that what you said, I hope that people are listening because I think that they got some really great answers from, you went to Ithaca, it's a great program. You do invest in your student athletes. On the next level, you're digging into coaches that are going to treat the next group of student athletes like family. What's the best piece of advice that you were given in your life, whether it's wrestling or not, and kind of what's the self mantra, and then what's the single piece sentence or two that you kind of provide to your student athletes that kind of sets the tone for the Islip program?
So it would have to go back to a couple different parts. In 08, we had Coach Campo come down to the gymnasium, and when we dedicated the night, it was a phenomenal night. Great idea. With the program being that we were ranked #1 in the county at the time, Coach Campo was able to come in and really talk to us and really mentor us and kind of just pick our brains, and we also were like a deer in headlights because it was amazing to have a legend like that come back into the room. After the dedication of the night, they brought in his son Jose Campo, who was a world-renowned coach out in California, and now is working with the Christian.
He's helping out Poway, California, right? I think he's out in Poway. Yep.
Yep.
Is it with the FCA?
Yep.
Yep.
Is it with FCA right now, Fellowship of Christian Athletes?
He's doing a lot of work with them. And he was able to give the Brentwood community and the wrestlers a great speech talking about faith. And it kind of guided me in the direction that I wanted to go. And he talked about family and work ethic and attitude and hope and all these great words that, those are his words. And that was his core value that he came up with. And, I knew if I was going to keep coaching, I had to develop something that I was passionate about. And, I have something personal that I keep close to me. Just a couple letters that I use as my mantra to kind of keep me going. So again, it just, to sum it up, it would include, my work ethic, my consistency. If you ever want to be great at something, you got to be consistent. And that's what we try to tell our kids, because you can go to J-Rob for 27 days, but if you don't do anything for the rest of the year, you're not going to do much in the county, the state, or the nationals. So, a big thing in our room is, consistency, your work ethic, also making sure that you're believing in your coaches, believing in the product, believing in the process, that a lot of these programs you hear about, these like Penn State, and you hear about Ohio State having this process and these core beliefs that help guide their kids, because in the sport of wrestling, there's peaks and valleys throughout the season. And if you don't have this core value set up and it's not equal to your goals, then it's really not going to pertain. It's not going to help you be successful, especially when, you go 0-2 or 0-3 in the tournament. Yeah. You have to pick yourself right back up. So yeah, that's something that we try to instill our guys. I would say, being consistent, having a great attitude, and working hard is kind of things that will help them be successful.
Coach, we're just about out of time. We want to bring in your athlete now, Jack, right? So maybe if we could, Billy, will see if you could bring him on, and then Casey, if you could just introduce him. We have, we each have a question for him. I think it'll be fantastic.
Okay.
I want to give a shout out to Matty D, also the best in the biz, research and development and data behind the screen, just spitting us all the good stuff.
He's the new Andy Slauson. He's the Andy Slauson in the making. So look, we have a couple of minutes, but look, when we, Coach talked about consistency. When I think of you, I think of consistency. You were successful pretty much right away when you got in the high school ranks. The same question is, what do you expect? Obviously, you've been training. You're from middle school and before that, and high school for a while, right? Coach, we even talked about this previously. We didn't think we were going to have a season. Now we have a season. It's an abbreviated season. What are your expectations? What are you looking to do this season? What's your mark? You said, I went through the season and I accomplished my goal. What is it?
Make my teammates better. It's this season just for the young guys. We only got like 6 matches, so it's not the usual, 45, 50 matches, and kind of just making these guys better, just showing them, you know, this is how practice is, kind of passing this tradition on, and you know, helping out. You know, we got a few guys coming up, Tommy Andrew, Matt Hole. They're gonna be 2 captains next year, just, you know, making them see in my eyes how practice, you know, should be ran. And coaches do a great job of, you know, pushing everyone at practice and making them, you know, the best they could be.
And you're a role model for your brother, right? What grade's your brother in now?
He's a freshman.
He's a freshman. So obviously he's doing, I saw him get a couple wins. He's doing well. Mike, I know you had a question before I let Mrs. Spahn go.
Yeah, no, I mean, what a great answer from a young kid. You gave me chills with the answer. So, you know, kind of just, you know, hearing that and hearing looking at your composure as you're answering this, it seems like if I were to thin slice you and make a bet, I see something really bright in your future. When you close your eyes past college, is there something that you see yourself doing? And then secondly, where are you looking to continue to wrestle in school at the next level?
So past college, I definitely want to get into coaching. I love the, you know, just encouraging the kids, you know, just show them how they could be better. A few guys on the team, you know, having a tough time getting wins, varsity starters, and I'm just trying to get the message over that it's a process, you know. It's going to be slow for a lot of these kids, and you can't just give up early. It's all mental.
I'm going to put you on the spot here. Did you ever think you'd be wrestling a 13-pounder, right? I saw the Sable do a meet, right? I don't think Casey, have you ever seen that kind of a jump from a 13-pounder to a 60-pounder? That's a pretty big jump. What?
He's definitely well, I think with that was his brother last year.
Yeah, for sure. That was an interesting one. But look, we'll be looking for big things from him. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I didn't get it out of it. I didn't get the answer yet out of the young kid. Where are you looking to continue your education and your wrestling career?
My top school is East Stroudsburg. It's, you know, I got a lot of schools contacting me, but I feel like that would best fit me. So, you know, academics come first, obviously. You know, I got to pass the classes to be able to wrestle. So they were really giving me everything I need to succeed there. So I think that's, you know, my top school. And yeah.
Well,
amazing.
You know, I know your dad and your family pretty well. I've been watching you. I'm proud of you. You know, you're just getting better and better, and consistency. You have a great coach, you know, in Coach Beach and Coach Newell and the rest of the staff. And I'm sure there'll be some doors open for you. Obviously, I'm a little sad that it's an abbreviated season, but I think you're going to make the most of it. We'll certainly be following you and the rest of the Buccaneers. Coach Beach, thank you for coming on the show. I'm sure we'll talk to you again. Mr. Spahn, say hi to your family, and, you know, go get them the rest of the year. Thanks a lot.
Hey, you guys,
tremendous
job with this. This is awesome. I know we look forward to it. It's a great thing for wrestling. You know, I'm happy for you guys. You guys are making it work and doing great things with it.
And Coach, if you can hang on, maybe give us we got one more thing. We want to give you maybe give us a little promo. So we're going to cut the tape. If you could hang on for one more minute, Mr. Spahn, we love you. You take care.
Yeah. Hey, good luck, brother. You know, great to have you on, man. We'll be cheering from you.
Appreciate it. Have a good one, guys.
Hey, everybody. This is Casey Beach with Islip Wrestling. I just want to make sure you guys stay tuned for the up and coming shows with 2-on-1 with Mike and Mike. Right down below, if you could hit the subscribe button on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Michael, we're getting better and better. In just about an hour, we had 6 guests, like clockwork. We're like the Orient Express. We were right on time. We're 3 minutes early. We had some exciting guests. We had Ray Adams, coach of Long Beach. We had one of his top athletes. We had Coach Paletta, head coach of MacArthur. So we dipped a toe in Nassau. We went over the 110 line. And we also had one of the best programs in New York State in Casey Beach. But next up on our show, we have a Long Island legend, Ryan Patrovich, multiple-time national finalist in high school, one of the best recruits in the country out of high school, wrestled at Hofstra, big things going on at the barn. He's coached at a number of places. He's a personal friend of mine, and I know yours. I'm excited to talk to him. So, again, we're rolling, we're rocking, and, you know, one more thing, hit the subscribe button. You know what? We went up about 20%. Let's do another 20%. We could do it. I know some of our wrestling folks, they watch the video. We're having thousands
Mike,
and thousands of views.
Mike, do it. Come on, do
Smash
this.
it. Smash it.
Smash.
Michael, you could do it. I know you could do it. Get a couple of people. I know you know of 2 or 3 people. Give them a call and have them subscribe. So anyway, we're excited. I'm excited. Billy OC's excited. Matt D's excited. Let's do it. And we have a lot of awesome shows coming up pretty soon. We're going to release Shoot. Mike and I asked a couple of cool questions that no one's ever asked. It's an exclusive. He's coming out soon. I'm excited. You're excited, Michael T. Anyway, that's a wrap. Hit the subscribe button. All right, let's do it.